I've been coming to see Barbara about 7 years. I've been every year in my primary school life I've been here. And it's just been nice to have something to come home to that's still homely, but it's not after school. Because you find with after school, you're with people that you don't know, whereas here you can get very friendly with different people.
Every day after school, she usually lets us play at the park with Bella, and we throw the ball up and down, and at the park there's this wee seesaw and a roundabout, and me and Millie just go on that.
I think I have learned a lot from Barbara because I've learned how to do different arts and crafts, which I wouldn't normally do on my own because I'm not too keen on arts and crafts. So I find that it's really helped produce me in that, help me in that way, in the way that I can paint and do things that I wouldn't normally be able to do. And because Barbara knows all these arts and crafts and she gets different things in, it's just nice to be able to do some of that some of the time.
I've been going from since I was born, and that's the same with Millie. And I think you can still remember when we were babies, she put it on Barbara's hand. Mostly I learn how to teach my children if I have any when I'm a grown-up.
Sometimes when we come back from school we go out to the park, or because we've got a park right down beside our school, so sometimes we'll go up to the park and we'll have a wee kick about with a football, and sometimes before school we take Bella up to the dog up to the mugger and we play fetch with her. So, but after school I mainly go up to the park, or sometimes I'm allowed to play on the Xbox, which is quite nice.
I was fortunate enough in my first official capacity as a convener of education and skills to meet a number of childminders at an event we had in Stirling, and it was only then that I realised the important role that the childminders have in the early years and in the upbringing of children, and the trust that parents have in them, and what a difference it's made to the parents' flexibility in terms of employment, but also feeling that the children are safely and well looked after.
Not everybody thinks that childminders are an integral part of what a country can offer to children. Sometimes it's easy to see them as not as important as nurseries or other forms of childcare, and actually what Childminder is able to offer is highly personalized relationships. And children, especially vulnerable ones, especially ones that have trouble with more chaotic environments, need those kinds of relationships.
I am Dr. Elizabeth Kilby, and I'm a consultant clinical psychologist and specialise in early years and child development. And I feel really passionate, genuinely believe that childminders have a vital role to play in the development of children and young people, because they're in that unique situation to offer them home-based care in such an attentive and hands-on way that I don't think we can parallel in other settings.
I think anything we do at Scottish Childminding Association is not forgetting that at the back of this is about improving outcomes for children. It's making sure that children and families are receiving the best service that they can. The childminding service is exactly the same as it was, which is relatively simple. It's those small real-life experiences, it's those small family-based services. But the challenges for them is actually now fitting in and making sure that parents actually understand clearly the advantages of using that childminding service.
Being with a childminder compared to being at nursery is a totally different day for the children. In nursery, a lot of children are all with just children the exact same age as themselves. In a childminder, they're with children of lots of varying ages. They're also becoming part of your family. So that's something that you don't get at nursery. And also, I think a big thing that really makes a difference to children is that they're not stuck in the same four walls all the time. We can just pick up and go out. If they fancy going to the park, we can jump in the car and go to the park. We can take the dog to the beach. We can do like whatever they fancy. We can, get the bubbles out and like play bubbles, jump in puddles. we can just like follow the weather and follow their interests, and that's a really big thing, and they all become included in like one big family.
It's definitely quite fun being a child.